Let us now play with the real world data, and we will be making the use of pandas data frame for that. So in this exercise I have downloaded some CSV file from this website, which is a global market sales data. It is almost like a real world data. So you can visit the website and you can download the following files here. I will also upload the file in this session, so you can download directly there. So these files are having thousands of data and multiple columns. So for example, I have downloaded one of the file, market underscore fact file. So I am having multiple rows, which is around 8,400 and 10 columns. So in this exercise we are going to find out how to select the data, how to select multiple rows and multiple columns with the help of the pandas data frame. So first of all, I'm going to upload this file into our lab, and so we are going to upload the file here. So first of all, I'm going to upload the libraries, import pandas as PD and import numpy as NP. This is a common convention that is being used across the world. So execute this one. So now I'm going to upload my market fact underscore CSV file with the help of the read underscore CSV function and by using the PD library, which is alias for the pandas. So it has been uploaded. So let us see what is the type of this one, of this variable market underscore here. So if you see, the type here is data frame. So basically we have uploaded the CSV file in the data frame. Now if we want to inquire, okay, let us first see the data. How does it look like? Control enter. So the console has fetched this many data, but you cannot see the entire data. So basically there are 8399 rows and 10 columns. But if you want to have simply a glance on the data, so you can make the use of head function. So head function is going to return you the top 5 rows, and if you see, each row is addressed by a index. So first row is 0 and last row, which is a fifth row, is addressed by 5 minus 1, fourth index, and the columns are addressed by their actual column name. If you want to see the last rows, so you have to use tail function. The functions here, the function in Python are quite intuitive and it's easy to understand. If you want to understand the data type of each column, you can make the use of info function here, and with data type, it also gives you the number of values in each columns. So if it is a character, it will give you object data type. If it is a number with decimal, it will give you float 64. If it is a number, it's going to give you int 64. So with the help of a describe function, you can get some statistic like count, mean, standard deviation. This is the minimum values. This is a 25th percentile value, 50th percentile, 75th percentile, and this is the max value. So the actual meaning of this we are going to learn during our machine learning session. If you want to know the columns name, you can make the use of column function. So these are my columns. If you want to get the shape, like how many rows and how many columns, you can get with the use of shape function here. If you want to extract the values, you can extract the values. So values will be extracted in a numpy array. Now if you want to do a sorting, so you can actually base on the actual column name. So here I am doing sorting by profit, and by default the sorting will be ascending order. If you want to have a descending order, you have to simply put the ascending here as equal to false. If you see, in all our output I am using a head function so that I can query only few data. But if you want to query the entire one, you just remove this one. So it's going to query all the data. If you want to do a sorting by two columns, profit and sales, and you want descending order, you can make the use of this one. Now in the following session, let us see how to do a slice and dice the data from the data frame. So if you want to select the rows from indices 1 to 6, so what you can do, you can mention the market fact here 1 to 7. So what is going to do here is that the 1 is actually the index, and 7, the last one, is always -1. You have to remember this point here. It's a bit confusing, but if you practice the programming, there will be no more confusion. Now if you want to select alternate rows starting from index 2, let me make the use of this one. So start from the index 2 here, 2, and then it jumps by 2, so 2, 4, 6, 8. If you want to start with 3, and if you want to make it jump by suppose 4, it's going to give like 3, 7, 11, 15, 19. Now how we can do the selection based on the column name. So let us see here. I have this market fact data, and then I want to select the data based on the column name. I want to select all the rows under one column, which is profit. So it gives me sales 1 data under profit, and it output is only 5 rows. The other way is you can just put the column name here, dot sales. This is the most common other common way. So it gives you the same output here. If you want to select the multiple column, just specify the column name in the list, cost ID, sales, and profit. So here my output is cost ID, sales, and profit, and it gives me the 5 row because I'm using a head function. Let us see the type. So the output of this is also a data frame. So multi-column is my data frame. But if you want to select the second row only, how do you want to select? So what happens here is that if you try to select the second row, so what happens is that pandas will give you the error, because panda doesn't know whether this number 2 is actually the label 2 here, or is it the second index, which is 1, which is the second row. So in this case it doesn't know. So in the following lecture, in the next session, we are going to see how we can select one row with the help of the label or with the help of the indexing.